Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're the Movie Couple. I'm Wendy.
I'm Chip and Dale.
Rescue Rangers. As you can tell, we are very excited to talk about this movie, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. 30 years after their show ended, Chip and Dale lived very different lives. But when a cast member from the original show mysteriously disappeared, they must reunite to find out what happened to their friend. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is directed by Arkiva Schaffer, written by Dan Greger and Doug Mand, starring the voice talent of Andy Samberg, John Mulaney, and Kiki Layne. Sorry if this hat looks like super ridiculous. We wore this to the premiere and I just thought I'd wear it on camera because
it matches, it works, it fits.
Chip
I think it looks...
and Dale.
And I have to admit, it was kind of fun to dress up a little bit to go to this because Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers has really been a big part of my childhood.
Yes.
I have to admit, Gadget was one of my first little crushes.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like Gadget. I love Gadget. So this is interesting because if you saw a trailer reaction, if you haven't, we'll go ahead and put it right up here for you to click on and watch. This looked like, well, I'll say this. The trailer looked like something I was not expecting.
Yeah.
But I also loved the tone that the trailer set for the movie. And I feel like it's safe to say that the tone of the trailer is what you're going to get for the movie.
One thing that the trailer did very well was really show just how meta and bonkers and off the wall this movie was really going to be. And it delivers on that. It is very meta. It is just very tongue-in-cheek humor. And what I really like is that it really does kind of fit in the world of Roger Rabbit. They kind of took, okay, if we had Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers in the world of Roger Rabbit and mix those together, I think it was a really cool idea and concept, and put the idea of like them at a con and all of these fans, and I'm just like, this is a really cool concept, and they execute it very well in this movie. And
I feel like some people were worried about, oh, is it too modern? It's, you know, it's Chip and Dale. Sure, it's modern, but it fits the story and is still has the heart and soul of what we know of Chip and Dale. But some time has gone by and these characters obviously aren't going to be stuck in time. So they've had to move with time. So it's really interesting to see. You already saw bits and pieces of it in the trailer. And let me tell you, that is just tip of the iceberg. You want to talk about a movie that combines a lot of like cameos, surprise moments. This movie has it all, but it doesn't really rely on that. Those are just parts that supplement the movie. The main plot doesn't really use these cameos to push the story forward. They're just kind of happen to be there because we live in the movie world. They're, you know, the tunes and the humans coexist.
Yeah, and also I have to really admit, you're right, with all of these different properties that are being used, and by the way, not just Disney properties. I have to admit, whoever was able to do the legal team on this, that got all of these licenses together and the permission to use this and that and all these jokes about different properties, they did an amazing job on being able to get just about everything they wanted. It's just the frosting on the cake. Even without those, there's so many fun things about this show. The idea of, well, what do washed up actors do? Some of them go out and get jobs in insurance, like a real job. Some of them try to go to cons and push that fandom as far as they can and try to keep the dream alive. And I think they really did. They did a lot of, you know, a lot of talk about what, you know, some references to today's society, and I thought it was just very relevant.
Yeah, and I also want to take a moment to just fully appreciate the soundtrack. It's composed by Brian Tyler. You probably heard his music 50 million different projects, but there's also one specific, they were playing it during the premiere, like on the carpet, and it's a blend of Chip and Dale, like the original theme song, but they updated it, and sometimes that doesn't work. In this case, it did work because I found myself jamming to it. I'm like, what is this? So, yeah, once it's available on, you know, across the music, whatever streaming music platform, make sure you guys check that out.
One thing that they also pulled off very well is taking that 90s style of like comedy, that 90s style of tongue-in-cheek logic on how certain things would pan out in a cartoon show or in a TV show, and make it work for a modern day audience. There are a lot of moments to where you kind of do that forehead slap kind of a thing, and you're like, but it works. It works for what it is.
There is never a dull moment in the film, and I am so happy. I mean, I wish everybody could actually see it on the big screen because it looked really good on the big screen. However, I am happy that it is coming out on May 20th on Disney Plus, because you can pause and rewind and go back and rewatch as much as possible, because while there is story happening right in front of you, and we kind of talked a little bit about this world that they live in that's filled with toons and humans alike, there are references up the wazoo. Like Ready Player One has nothing on this movie. Okay, I said it. So there are things that I know I definitely missed. There's things that I think I caught, but I want confirmation. So you can bet that when it comes out on Disney Plus, that's going to be what I'm watching over and over, because I want to catch. And we were laughing so hard in so many moments that I definitely laughed over some of the dialogue, so I would like to rewatch it again.
And I have to admit, I have not heard an audience bust up that many times, losing their minds over certain pop culture references. It was actually kind of fun just to listen to the audience when they would lose their mind. It is a really fun really fun movie to watch with a big audience. But I'm glad I'm going to be able to watch it on Disney Plus and be able to go through slow-mo to catch all of those cameos and pop culture references.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and give our rating, which is listed below in the video description. Dustin, would you like to go first?
I would say, if this came out in theaters, I would say check it out. This is a definite fun movie. You can take your family in there. There was one moment where I think we had one kid cry.
Yeah, and I think it was purely coincidental. Because I saw I think she's too little to understand.
Oh, okay.
But it was also that one moment where I was like, oh my gosh. So, and then I don't know if it was the mom or dad had to walk the baby out of the auditorium because he or she was not having it. But yes, my rating is also the same. It is, check it out. It is so much fun. You're going to be so entertained. You're going to be laughing a lot. You know, the fact that it's going to be on Disney Plus, again, gives you the advantage of being able to pause, rewind, go back, and relive that moment if you so choose. And you guys, that is it for our non-spoiler review for Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Let us know your thoughts when you see the movie in the comment section below. See you in the next one.